of Abby Abernathy, a young woman determined to leave her troubled past behind, and Travis Maddox, a rebellious, charming underground fighter who lives life without rules. Their story unfolds as a mix of romance, chaos, vulnerability, and transformation. Abby Abernathy arrives at college with a clear mission: start fresh, stay focused, and avoid anything that reminds her of the reckless life she once knew. She wants to be invisible, predictable, and safe. Accompanied by her bold and outspoken best friend America, Abby tries to blend into a normal college routine, attending classes, keeping her head down, and steering clear of trouble. Everything changes the moment she meets Travis Maddox. Travis, played by Dylan Sprouse, is the complete opposite of everything Abby is trying to become. He is confident, reckless, and wildly popular on campus. Known for his bad boy persona, Travis participates in illegal underground fights, where he earns money and admiration. Covered in tattoos and surrounded by girls who chase him constantly, he thrives in chaos and attention. Abby, portrayed by Virginia Gardner, immediately recognizes Travis as the kind of person she should avoid. He represents everything she is running from: risk, unpredictability, and emotional danger. However, despite her resistance, Travis becomes intrigued by Abby. Unlike other girls, she is not impressed by his reputation, nor does she fall for his charm easily. Their connection begins subtly. Travis notices Abby watching one of his fights, not with admiration, but with a strange understanding. He senses there's more to her than she lets on. Abby, in turn, sees beyond Travis's tough exterior and realizes there's vulnerability hidden beneath his confidence. As they begin to spend time together, their relationship develops into a complicated friendship. Travis becomes protective of Abby, often going out of his way to ensure she feels safe and supported. Abby, despite her reluctance, finds comfort in Travis's presence. For the first time since arriving at college, she starts to feel something beyond fear. She feels alive. However, Abby is constantly battling her past. She has a secret she refuses to share, something that explains her aversion to gambling, risk, and emotional entanglement. Her determination to remain in control clashes with Travis's impulsive nature, creating tension between them. One night, after a particularly intense moment, Travis makes a bet with Abby, a decision that changes everything. He proposes that if he wins his next fight, Abby must live with him for a month. If he loses, he will abstain from sex for the same period. Confident in his abilities, Travis expects an easy win. Abby, despite her better judgment, agrees. When Travis wins the fight, Abby moves into his apartment. What begins as a simple bet soon turns into something deeper. Living together forces them to confront their feelings. They experience moments of intimacy, not necessarily physical, but emotional. They share laughter, vulnerability, and quiet moments that reveal their true selves. Travis begins to fall in love with Abby, though he struggles to express it in a healthy way. His past relationships have been shallow and temporary, leaving him unprepared for genuine emotional connection. Abby, on the other hand, is terrified of losing control. She knows that loving someone like Travis could lead to heartbreak. As their bond grows stronger, so do their conflicts. Travis's jealousy becomes a major issue. He is not used to sharing attention, and Abby's interactions with other men trigger his insecurities. Abby, who values independence and stability, finds his behavior overwhelming. Their arguments become frequent, highlighting the fundamental differences in their personalities. Despite the tension, they keep coming back to each other. The turning point comes when Abby's past is revealed. She is not the innocent, sheltered girl she pretended to be. In reality, Abby grew up in a world of gambling, chaos, and instability. Her father was deeply involved in underground poker games, and Abby herself became highly skilled at it. She changed her life to escape that environment, fearing she would become trapped in the same destructive cycle. This revelation shocks Travis but also deepens his understanding of Abby. He realizes that her fear of risk is not weakness, it is survival. However, their relationship reaches a breaking point when Abby is forced to confront her past once again. To help someone she cares about, she enters a high-stakes poker game, risking everything she has worked to build. Travis, witnessing this, feels betrayed and helpless. He believes Abby is slipping back into the life she promised to leave behind. Their emotional conflict intensifies. Travis's inability to trust Abby's choices, combined with Abby's fear of losing control, creates a rift between them. They separate, both believing it is the only way to protect themselves from further pain. During their time apart, both characters undergo personal growth. Travis begins to reflect on his behavior. He realizes that his love for Abby has been possessive rather than supportive. He understands that true love requires trust, patience, and respect, qualities he has yet to fully develop. Abby, meanwhile, confronts her fears. She acknowledges that running from her past does not erase it. Instead, she must learn to accept it as part of who she is. She also recognizes that her feelings for Travis are real and worth fighting for, despite the risks involved. Eventually, their paths cross again. In a powerful and emotional reunion, Travis expresses his love for Abby, not with grand gestures but with sincerity and vulnerability. He admits his mistakes and promises to be better. Abby, seeing his growth, opens her heart once more. Their reconciliation is not perfect, but it is genuine. The story concludes with Abby and Travis choosing to be together, not because they have solved all their problems, but because they are willing to face them together. Their relationship remains messy, passionate, and unpredictable, but it is also rooted in understanding and growth. Beautiful Disaster is ultimately a story about transformation. It explores how two flawed individuals can challenge each other to grow, confront their pasts, and redefine what love means. Abby learns to embrace her identity without fear, while Travis learns to love without control. Their journey is not about perfection, it is about acceptance. In the end, Abby and Travis prove that even the most chaotic relationships can lead to something meaningful, as long as both people are willing to change.